In case you haven't noticed, cinematic games have become a thing in the past few years. From the summer blockbuster approach of the Uncharted franchise, to the indie film festival vibe of Life is Strange, and the gritty crime masterpiece that is Grand Theft Auto 5. Cinematic presentation in video games have become a major factor in the creation of some of the best games in the past few generations. And whether you're a fan of them or not, they're definitely not stopping anytime soon. So what happens when a game takes that cinematic tone of a gritty surreal crime drama and the bombastic action of a video game, and then presents it with a minimalist approach to narrative and storytelling? You get Arrest of a Stone Buddha. Arrest of a Stone Buddha is a dark crime action game from the same guy who made The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. And much like Ringo, Arrest of a Stone Buddha is a game that tackles some deeper issues such as loneliness, insomnia, and a really deep depression. The backdrop is a 1970s era France in November, where you assume the role of a hitman who definitely gets the job done. I'd hate to be the guy that had to clean all this up. And also, like Friends of Ringo, you don't have much in the way of guidance. Developer Yao, sorry if I butchered that one, does an incredible job here in giving the player an almost total freedom, and he lets the player form their own story and express the character through their own personality. Just like in real life, Arrest of a Stone Buddha is kind of boring and drab in those in-between moments, but that's by design. In the game, you can go see a movie, visit a museum, slowly walk around, and equip your sunglasses and just do a lot more. We tend to forget these less exciting moments in our lives, but when you really think about it, most of our existence is spent in the in-between. In cinema, these moments are typically glossed over or skipped due to just how long and boring a movie it would be. But with video games, we get the rare chance to live as the characters firsthand and make decisions for them. Be it simple things like when we want to jump over an enemy in Mario Brothers, or more intricate decisions like the ones in Life is Strange. Gaming gives us a chance to live vicariously through our digital avatars, and when this is used in storytelling, it can be pretty damn effective. Arrest of a Stone Buddha uses this method of engaging storytelling to give the players a sense of an overwhelmingly loneliness, boring, and frustratingly slow day-to-day life of the game's protagonist. He's sad, hopeless, bleak, and unlike most games where you're told this through dialogue or exposition of some kind, you live it. I'll be honest though. At first, I found this extremely mundane and pretty boring, since I assumed I was supposed to accomplish something to trigger the next day. But after a while, I began to understand that, and all I'm doing in these in-between moments is just existing. Which is pretty damn bleak, isn't it?
Like I give a shit.
Alright, I've drone on long enough about my interpretation and rationalizing of why it's acceptable for the character to walk around slow and wear sunglasses at night. So how's it play? Arrest of a Stone Buddha is by far one of the hardest games I've played in a long time, but it's also the most exhilarating. While I enjoy the occasional hard game like the next guy, unlike all of these, Arrest of a Stone Buddha is kind of unfair by design. You can get shot by one of the game's many antagonists, and you definitely will need to keep that endless tidal wave of enemies at bay as efficiently as possible. And while this is absolutely going to be hard for some, it took me about 3 hours to beat level 2 by the way, I found myself getting really excited and my heart was racing when I managed to finish a level, which quite frankly, video games don't do that anymore. The odds are stacked against you. And while I appreciate developer Yao's making the combat sections this way, it really could have used a few more checkpoints because oh my god, I got killed by some of the most bullshit situations ever. But if you're the kind of caveman that breaks controllers when you die a lot, seriously stay away from this one. For the rest of you who like a challenge, the gameplay here is pretty hardcore, but it's really fun and satisfying once you pull off something super sick like this. I just wish easy mode was a bit easier, just so more people can enjoy the story, but I digress. If you get frustrated easily or don't enjoy challenging games, then I would probably stay clear from this and check out the dev's other game. That being said though, I genuinely enjoyed my time with Arrest of a Stone Buddha, and I can't wait to see what developer Yao is next, and I totally recommend this game to anyone who wants to check out something a little bit more grim and different. You won't regret it. A review code for Arrest of a Stone Buddha was provided by the game's distributor, Circle Entertainment, so check them out right here, and thanks guys, I really appreciate it. Hey, look at that, I finally got back to reviewing a game after a couple weeks trying some other things. Yeah, not too much to say here, just the usual stuff, you know, loving all the support right now. We have a video that almost hit like 500 views, so that's pretty cool for a really small channel, and yeah, be sure to do that thing that everyone says to do at the end of every video. I'm not going to tell you to do it because that's super lame and it kind of comes off like e-begging. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel. And yeah, keep your hands clean, go do something nice for someone, and you know, just try to stay positive out there. All right, stay safe everybody. Bye.